I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Event is coming soon. YouTube channel. Here's the latest intel.
Kabbalah or Jewish magic is at the core of the New World Order. By Edward Morgan. If Masonry is synonymous with revolution, and if revolution is like fire which purifies the earth, then the Israeli regime must think that they are purifying the Middle East by wiping out the Palestinians and creating political chaos in the United States. In his book The Encyclopedia of Jewish Myth, Magic, and Mysticism, Rabbi Jeffrey W. Dennis unequivocally writes that virtually every form of Western mysticism and spiritualism known today draws upon Jewish myth and occult teachings, magic, prayer, angelology, alchemy, numerology, astral projection, dream interpretation, astrology, amulets, divination, altered states of consciousness, alternative, and rituals of power, all have roots in the Jewish occult. Dennis moves on to add, but for the millennia, many of these core teachings have been unavailable to the general public, concealed by barriers of language and by the protective principles governing the teaching of Kabbalah, which has both nurtured and guarded such knowledge. These esoteric teachings have indeed been censored out of the general public because the powers that be obviously love to keep the masses in the dark. The striking fact is that Dennis hasn't been called an anti-Semite or self-hating Jew for saying devastating things like this. But if the Goyim dare to even point these out, they would be accused of all sorts of nasty names. But if Dennis is right, then what are some of the implications here? If virtually every form of Western mysticism and spiritualism known today draws upon Jewish myth and occult teachings, then it stands to reason to assume that both Freemasonry and Rosicrucianism are part of this Jewish myth. Numerous writers have drawn similar conclusions. E. Michael Jones has argued that Freemasonry is ultimately Judaizing. It follows logically that the ultimate goal and purpose of Freemasonry is to turn the moral and political order upside down. In fact, this was exactly what happened during the French Revolution. But the Freemasonry itself has a bigger purpose: it seeks to assassinate Christ. Jones writes, the deeper the adept penetrates, the more Talmudic are the mysteries revealed to him. The Rosicrucian, for example, is taught the inscription "Inri," which was nailed to the cross, means not Iesus Nazarensis Rex Judæorum, but rather the U of Nazareth led into Judea, a reading which deprives Christ of his divinity and reasserts the Talmudic calumny that Christ was a common criminal who deserved to be executed. As soon as the candidate has proved that he understands the Masonic meaning of this inscription "Inri," the master exclaims, "My dear brethren, the word is found again," and all present applaud this luminous discovery, that he whose death was the consummation and the grand mystery of the Christian religion was no more than a common Jew crucified for his crimes. To be initiated into the higher degrees of Freemasonry, the adept must agree to become an assassin of the assassin of Adam Iram. He must be willing to assassinate Christ and his representatives on earth. The revolutionary intent of Freemasonry becomes clear when the adept is informed that he must be willing to kill the king. Mystical Masonry is synonymous with revolution. Freemasons looked upon the revolution as that sacred fire which was to purify the earth, and these credulous adepts were seen to second the revolution with the enthusiastic zeal of a holy cause. When the adept is introduced to the degree of Knights Kadosh, all ambiguity ceases. If Masonry is synonymous with revolution, and if revolution is like fire which purifies the earth, then the Israeli regime must think that they are purifying the Middle East by wiping out the Palestinians and creating political chaos in the United States. Thankfully, many decent people have dedicated their lives to expose this political chaos, and one of them is my good friend and colleague Mark Dankoff.
Please like us and share with your social media. Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our new videos.
Remember to check out our playlist for important intel you may have missed.
Be sure to enter our subscriber appreciation $100 monthly giveaway. The link is in our description.
And visit our sister channel. The event is coming soon for additional intel and information. Stay tuned. Victory of the light.
Event is coming soon. YouTube channel